Come on. This ain't the time, and it sure ain't the place to take on a killer bat.
I have been polluted.
Go for Boomerang. He won't even notice being put in a coma.
Did you all hear that?
Task Force X, what is happening in there?
I'm no snitch, but this was all Deadshot's idea. I'm basically a hostage.
Great. Death from above tingles.
Not how I wanted it to go down between us, Batman.
Is this tragic irony? I feel like it's tragic irony. I thought Shark would take more beating.
Always this haunted house bullshit with the bat.
He's up there. Got a 7 cents for this stuff.
Shit, no exit. We better check the emergency doors.
He really stretches this part out.
I don't even want to fight you, Batman, mate. I think you're the bee's knees.
Report in, Task Force X. I know you're out there.
Get Harley, not me.
Exit's
We
locked
don't have
down.
any
We need
history.
another.
I'm not even allowed to be in the US.
Wow, he whomped the hell out of Deadshot. Bats! It'd be healthy for us to just move on from all of this.
you hear him? Was it just me? Go look out for numero 1, eh, guys?
Listen to me. You get Flash, I'll pull you out of whatever mess you're in.
My guys picked off one by one. This is all feeling real familiar.
Flash! Now!
Find Flash, don't find bats. Easy, easy. Flash. Flash! Who's still KO'd, buddy? Get Flash. Get out of this exhibit to my past trauma. I am not donating to this museum.
Green Lantern, I have the Flash. Your 4 escaped criminals. They led me right to him. No, not a threat at all. Still, let their corpses strike fear into those who'd resist. Alive. Of course, Brainiac. We're ready for phase.
Hey, boss. Bad news. We found evil Batman. He murdered a bunch of guys and kidnapped Flash, which I guess is the other bad news.
Batman has also trapped us.
I want you back at the Hall of Justice. Go to the other exit and wait for support. Waller out.
Welcome to the real Batman experience. The strongman Bane was secretly imprisoned and experimented on in Arkham's depths to create a powerful new strength serum, Titan. Serial killer Victor Zsasz was let loose on the island, claiming several more lives that night, marked indelibly on his skin. Harley Quinn. Once a promising young psychiatrist, she returned to the asylum to terrorize it as Joker's sidekick.
I think the domino mask is a good touch.
As a last resort, Joker used his own experimental Titan mixture. The super serum warped his body to match his twisted mind. But it wasn't enough to defeat Batman.
His bones are outside of his skin. Is that correct?
As a last resort, Joker used Harley Quinn. Once a promising young psychiatrist, he returned to the asylum to terrorize it as Joker's sidekick. Following the fall of the asylum, Gotham's Skid Rows were turned into the super prison, Arkham City. An urban hell, where the only rules were made by the villain ringleaders and their gangs. I know, I was on the ground, and so was Batman.
The only way to get by in this place is to get ourselves some respect.
Fear! That's how we get respect. Show them all how we do things!
You know, if you pick the right side and then piss off the boss, you were set. At least, till the bat showed up anyway.
Bring out the
Professor Hugo Strange was the madman pulling the strings behind Arkham City. Intending to destroy the prison and its inhabitants, he instead died within its walls. Ra's al Ghul, head of the League of Assassins, was obsessed with making Batman his successor. But Al Ghul underestimated Batman, and it would be his downfall. Batman's nemesis died poisoned. Professional killer Deadshot was hired to assassinate several VIP targets, like myself, and Bruce Wayne and Batman. Close calls with death that night. Talia al Ghul, once second in command of the League of Assassins. Sadly, the spark between her and Batman was extinguished at Joker's last stand, along with her life. Victor Freeze, this brilliant but cold scientist, would do anything to protect his wife Nora, whether that meant opposing or aiding Batman. Jarvis Tetch, the Mad Hatter, a real head case, a hypnotist fixated on fantasies. The only thing he sought more than his Alice was to control Batman. Basil Carlo, Clayface, worked for Joker, impersonating the criminal mastermind who hid behind the scenes. Quite the performance, and his last. Solomon Grundy wasn't just a nursery rhyme. Penguin discovered this legendary monster under the Iceberg Lounge and put him to use as rancid, undead muscle. Batman and Joker's rivalry finally ended in Arkham City. I don't doubt Batman would have saved the maniac if he could, but the Titan poison ensured this was Joker's last laugh.
That is the way to expire, in the arms of a superhero.
The city's darkest hour was yet to come. Gathering Batman's remaining foes into an unholy alliance, the crazed Scarecrow plunged Gotham into a waking nightmare.
Welcome to Gotham, the city of fear. You
In the
thought
end,
me gone,
Ivy was
didn't
more
you,
planned
Batman?
than person.
Lost in
Yet
the
she chose to
waters
help the
beneath
people of
Arkham.
Gotham.
But like all
She sacrificed
suburbs,
herself to
forgotten
neutralize
fears,
Scarecrow's
and
toxin
eventually
clouds
I
with
returned.
plant life.
My fire crew was trapped, but we owe Batman our lives. He just kept pushing himself.
The pyromaniac Garfield Lynch thought he could indulge in the chaos, striking not just Gotham's buildings, but the fire departments protecting them. His identity was revealed to the world. Who was the Arkham Knight? The mysterious figure seemed to aid Scarecrow, but vanished after his defeat. I believe his methods were very similar to the vigilante Red Hood. As always, Edward Nygma forced Batman to participate in his riddles, even capturing Batman's sometime ally Catwoman as incentive. Laszlo Valentine is one sick individual, a freakish surgeon whose idea of making his patients better was changing them into featureless dolls.
Bruce Wayne's apparent death sent shockwaves through Gotham City. It seemed unbelievable. Impossible. Batman's legacy would live on in many ways, including persistent underworld rumors of an even more fearsome vigilante.
The Demon Bat, terror of Gotham's criminals. But let me ask you, would the events you've witnessed not drive any man to a place of darkness? I personally investigated
who
Deacon
fights
Blackfire,
crime.
a cult leader who thought
Curious.
human blood made him immortal. Crazy, of course, but he still tried to sacrifice me. Slade Wilson, the super soldier known as Deathstroke, came to Gotham that night leading a whole militia, but his vendetta was with one man, Batman. Arms dealer, gang leader, the sadistic kingpin Oswald Cobblepot, better known as Penguin, flooded lawless Gotham and Blackgate with weapons. Several years after faking his death, Bruce Wayne finally returned, drawn back to the light by the metahuman superheroes from Metropolis. They asked Batman to join the Justice League. He accepted. And so, the story of Bruce Wayne, the Batman, continues, far from the mean streets of the city that made him. I'm Jack Ryder. Thanks for taking this journey with me.
A group formed with mutual respect. I wonder what that's like.
Hey, Waller, we're at the exit. Are you gonna spring
Ah, shit! It's a ghost!
Are the spirits of your ancestors typically digital?
What's she doing now? Trying to give us the brain spasms?
She cracked the lock! Thank you, strange holographic girl.
Guys, ghosts are real.
You ate a lot of lead paint growing up, didn't you, Boomerang?
Yeah? And? Let's get back to the hall before Waller turns our heads to hamburger.
Or we could go on the Batman experience again.
Follow that green beam. You'll find lanterns set up in some bullshit-ass construct castle.
You jealous, Deadshot? You sound jealous.
Lantern's fortress is very impressive, but our orders are to return to the Hall of Justice, not marvel at his powers.